Hello everyone, my name is Magdala Ramirez and I come from the Maya Mexica tradition in this time and space. And today we're going to be talking about Cuautli. We are in this wave in our calendar Azteca that it is about the eagle. It is time to fly high. It is time to really recognize your own greatness in where you're coming from. For 13 days, it's going to be guided by Xochiquetzal. Xochiquetzal is this beautiful goddess, the goddess of love and flowers, the goddess of wisdom. And the story is very beautiful of how she came into being. The story says that she was married with Tlaloc, who is this god of rain and fertility. But then she was kidnapped by Tecaztlipoca, and Tecaztlipoca made her marry him. Tecaztlipoca is the smoky mirror, is what we call the hologram. And this is exactly where you live. Have you been kidnapped by Tecaztlipoca? Have you been identifying so much with the hologram and what is going on? And the truth is that you are that beautiful goddess of love and beauty. You are the daughter of the Great Mother, and this is your heart, and this is where you belong. This is the signature that you have, as we have been speaking in many other episodes in this radio talk. But this time and space, it is the time that you liberate yourself from those identifications of the hologram. What is that hologram? And why does it exist? Who is this Tecaztlipoca? This smoky mirror. Well, the hologram is there for you to have virtual realities so you can learn about who you are. Whatever you identified with, it is your next lesson to be. Those lessons are being meant to be to have it as an experience and to learn about yourself, for you are here to learn about yourself. Tecaztlipoca, that smoky mirror, it is the one that it make you fall, but also it make you also see your incredible greatness that you are. This part of you that recognize that it is only a virtual reality where you are. That your true self, it is truly living into a higher place because you never ever lost your original vibration. That original vibration, it is always in contact with you. It is always connecting with you because the only one that you need to reach is yourself. When you understand these parts in you, you also understand your parallel universes that you are. There is many experiences of you happening at the same time. Many yous that they are in contact with each other. Those contacts, you can see it, you can feel it through that emotional body, and it is translated into a language. These are voices that it is inside of you, that they are connecting to you at the same time that you are connecting with all of them. This is a time of integration, and for that integration is observing that hologram where you live. Observing that identification of the hologram that you live. There is many yous that they are still experiencing separation because of those attachments with the emotional body, because of those attachments with those experiences that has happened in your life, those experiences that you create an attachment and you are gonna create that liberation. When you begin to understand that game that Tecaztlipoca put you into it, you can choose not to participate. The choosing not to participate is understanding that you are the master of your hologram and you are integrating all your use, that it is taking place within your own self in that plenty of communication at the same time that you are being integrated into a higher truth, into a higher plane of existence, because this is where you belong. This is the time where you belong. It is a time of great transition. And that transition time, it is bringing the strongest communication that you have with all your use, and choosing a better reality for yourself means to manipulate the hologram. Think about it for a second. Every time that you pray, I want this to happen or that to happen, what you are doing is manipulating that hologram. What you are doing is understanding that that hologram is not leaving you, but it is you, the one who choose to identify with what you want to identify with. The truth is that you are the Great Mother. You are that divinity. You are the creator. That creator creates, and that creations you can see in your life. All your creations have your own signature. That signature, it is all bonded into one, just like you. You have been created. It is an aspect that you carry of the Great Mother. That aspect of the Great Mother, it's in you. How much of that signature do you recognize it? It is how much the connection with the one that created you, it is taking place. It is how much of those holograms that you are living, and how much of that understanding of the world you are living into it. You must realize, just like the ancestor says, cada cabeza es un mundo. Every head is a world. Each one of human beings have a knowledge and understanding of and a relationship of an hologram. Whatever you're seeing in your hologram, it is different for everyone around you. Imagine all these understandings of so many of you, different aspects of you, that it has a different perspective of reality accordingly to their experiences. And they are all communicating at the same time. When you begin to understand that network that you have within your own self, you can also understand too the network that it is interrelated with you, with different aspects of yourself, with different communications that it is taking place right there, and visions of our reality. I know that for many of you sounds very, very trippy to even comprehend. But it is the time for expand your mind. It is the time for you to open your mind to begin to make that realization of the self. And for not to allow the hologram to leave you, but for you to understand where are you, in what plane of existence you are. It's all the matter of frequency range. Consciousness. Consciousness is just way too important, raising your consciousness. For such a long time, people think or thought that the ancestors in the calendar Azteca were measuring time. They were not measuring time, they were measuring consciousness. Measuring consciousness, it gives you a map of the multiverse and the communication that it is taking place, and it is your job to decode that communication, that it is always taking place. You know, think for a second, this particle communicating with the other particle in the other side of the galaxy, or beyond the many other galaxies, and the communications is almost instant. What it is between these two particles that communicates almost instantly is love. Love that you are. Love that you have always been. Love that it makes you understand and decode this communication. And as you begin to see that reality, almost just like understanding that part in yourself, seeing that reality as it is, just an hologram, something that it will change accordingly of how you change within your own self. It is a world of mirrors. That is why it is called the smoky mirror. You know, you are in the other side of the mirror. Your true self is in the other side of the mirror, always communicating with you, always interrelating with you. For there is a part of you that understands and recognizes herself as truth. The lies will fall, the lies that you accepted as true through that identification, it will fall at the moment that you present a truth. It has no consistency. It has nothing to bound you into one single reality, for human beings are multidimensionality by nature. This means that there are many yous already having a different lives, a different understanding of themselves, and yet all communicating to each other. If you can conceive a world where there is nothing to hide, a world that it is okay to vibrate through that oneness with the whole creation. If you can conceive a world where love communicates with absolutely everything around, and that communication, it is encoded in your own being, that it is no present, past, or future, that it is a different planes of existence, or what you think present, it might be different for me. It might be different for all the people around you. It's a matter of emotions. It's a matter of understanding a frequency range. Emotions is a good thing. People that they are emotion and sensitive, they have a good advantage in this. Because that emotion, you are able to put it in motion. That's what it means. Means that you are able to connect in a higher understanding of yourself. Just drop the attachment. The sensitivity of the human being is a natural way of living. That sensitivity, it creates that empathy that you have, and that empathy is communicating. It is just communicating with absolutely everything. These transition times, it's about believing in yourself. It's about understanding yourself through that believing in yourself. bringing that beingness that you are, creating in yourself, and understanding these creations that you're doing, that they are bounded to you in the same way that you are bounded with the one that created you. You have the signature. You have the understanding and the wisdom, for you are one and the same. You are just one and the same. You are this aspect of the Great Mother. And when you look at the eyes of the people around you, and you can feel her, the Creator in their eyes, that spirit, that it is so strong and beautiful. You can drop the lies. You can drop the pretense of an identification with the hologram. And that is how Xochiquetzal liberated herself. She wasn't expecting somebody to come and rescue her. She knew that it was her, the one that she needed to go back into her original realm, and that it is at hand. It is always have been at hand with you. Just at the moment that you understand the smoky mirror, that it took you there. We have many stories about Tecaztlipoca, the smoky mirror. One of them is the fall of Quetzalcoatl. What happened? We have a book that speaks about the whole story. You can find it in my website. And I don't want to go through this because it's a long, long story. But it is very beautiful to see his return back into his original realm after the fall, after he identified with the smoky mirror, with the hologram, and then going back into his own center. So as you. Xochiquetzal is helping you to fly high. Xochiquetzal, it is really helping you to understand a higher truth about yourself, to have the vision that you need, and understand that the only one that you need to reach is yourself. I want to remind you that we have an app now. The Great Mother wanted you to know that she walks with you, that she is with you. So we create an app that you can download it in your phone. It is called Messages from the Great Mother. I want you to download it, and the synchronicities of this message is truly incredible. We have reports of many people saying, "Oh my gosh, thank you. I received this message and this is exactly what I needed." I want you to visit our websites. Our website is magdalas.com. MAGDALAS.com. I want to remind you that we have a school online where we are accepting registrations for the next trimester starting in December. And in this school, we work so deeply in that spiritual work to shift from one dimension, that it was the programmed mind, into a higher way of understanding yourself. We have already more than 9-10 years in that school, and it has been amazing, beautiful for the people. This is your time to fly high. This is the time when you understand a higher truth. You have the help that you need. You have the assistance that you need. But you need to still make your work. Thank you for all that you do. Tlatzocomate, Tlatzocomate, Tlatzocomate. I am you. I am Magdala.